See the quick grab of a sleeve. This is a repeat of the sprint. And
yeah, that looks like...
Tom Pidcock and his teammate just seemed to just leave it simply too late. They swung across and maybe just overestimated the distance to the finish and didn't get going.
That is Pierre Barbier taking second on the left for the Wallonie-Bruxelles team. And I'm not sure, underneath there, we didn't see Casper Van Uden. It was just...
That's what I thought as well, Jez. Yeah.
I'm just going to make a note of those and come back and check it a little bit later on. Take that as what we think we've just seen, folks. We will do our best to, well, we will get you the accurate result for that final one. But if that's Casper Van Uden already, sneaking himself 1 second, that's a good sign. He was the winner of the opening stage here at the Almanchir train station 1 year ago. Exactly the same stage, same start and finish as well, and the same finishing laps around this loop, which seems to be popular as well. This is Aiko Bastien's back on the front again for Soudal Quickstep. But the riders, the team who seem to have the most numbers up here is Picnic Post NL in that purple colours, the Dutch team.
Yep, you see them with that sort of reddy orange stripes, the telltale from the back in the Sunweb days in DSM. They're always running the two coloured stripes down the middle of the jersey, running vertically. There you go. It's a nice shot of it. The Picnic Post NL team. Just looking further back to see who else is, see who else is able to get themselves group nicely together. I'm looking for the yellow helmets with the black through the middle of Uno X Mobility for Alexander Christoph. They are always really well drilled Uno X, and they tend to be able to always hit the front for a sprint lead out, but also Tudor looking really good. And Jez, they're already in the winning mood because first race of the year, Mark Hirschi, the new recruit, has already put the hands in the air.
Yes, he has. Very impressive too. This is Enzo Leyense, the Dutchman for Picnic Post NL, doing a long hard turn at the front. We can see John Degenkolb at the back there, the most experienced man in this race and the elder statesman of this peloton as well. The right hand side, he's on the radio too, so no doubt about his role as road captain today, I guess, Robbie, drilling that Dutch team to get them into the right place.
Yeah, Degenkolb always, the one shouting the instructions and making the call on when they really make their run to the front to get the proper lead out underway, and the others just listening to what Degenkolb has to say and following those instructions. And if they don't, well, John Degenkolb will certainly have something to say about it. He's a road captain who wants a well-drilled team.
The question is, though, as we see Liense doing this, who are they working for? I haven't actually seen Fabian Jakobsen yet, former European champion himself, of course. I haven't seen him. We think we've seen Casper Van Uden taking a second at that bonification sprint point. So maybe as a replication of 1 year ago, they're going for Casper Van Uden, or maybe Van Uden and Jakobsen will be there and the road will decide, Robbie, as they say.
Yeah, I just very briefly spotted Dylan Groenewegen being brought forward, and just for a moment, as there was just a little switch amongst riders, he just had to pop himself out on the left of picture. But if you're a sprinter with the ambition of winning this, what you don't want at this point to be seen, you don't want from the front camera, is to be seen. It means you're hitting the wind. So you want to be tucked in, and at this point, still invisible from a front camera.
Just behind Soudal Quickstep, we can once again see Q36.5, the Swiss second division team coming up, and it's not, I think, this time for Tom Pidcock. They have two sprint options there in Matteo Moschetti and Emils Leopins, the Latvian road race champion, multiple Latvian champion. He's back there too, so they look like they got themselves well organised. We can now see Equipo Kern Pharma coming up. They've got the Spanish sprinter Marc Bristenga, not quite of the kind of sprinting reputation of some of the big guns in here, Bristenga, but they obviously fancy keeping things close at the front end as well. Thankfully, it's a wide enough road, Robbie, for a lot of these teams to affect their lead out and try and see if they can bring their leader up. Their sprinter, I should say.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. There's really wide sections where you've got the opportunity to come up and around. But the critical point on this circuit, as we've spoken about before, and all the riders said in their pre-race interviews, oh, this is the moment where they're really, there was something happened back there, because that spread them all over the place from left to right. The critical point on this circuit is you're getting your run and being in position, coming to these hairpin bends, and I sense we're coming to another one.
Yep, this is going to be around this turn. We're coming into the final 5 kilometres here in the 5th edition of the AlUla Tour with me, Jez Cox, and Robbie McEwen. We're going to have our first winner and therefore our first green jersey wearer who's going to take over the overall lead of the AlUla Tour. Who is it going to be? We've got Dylan Groenewegen, we've got Tim Merlier, Juan Sebastian Molano, Fabio Jakobsen, Casper Van Uden, Alexander Kristoff, of course, amongst others. Some real cream of the crop of world sprinting here in the AlUla Tour in the desert northwest of Saudi Arabia. At the moment, Team Picnic Post NL have got... who's there? I'm just looking to see if... Yes, it is. Jakobsen is at the back there. Jakobsen is just just behind... Wheel. Yeah, there we go.
Here comes Jaco AlUla.
It is Patrick Gamper still at the front for Jaco AlUla doing his last few bits. Oh dear. Right, who's down in here? One of the JCL Team Ukyo riders.
Arvid de Klan is down.
Well spotted, Robbie.
41.
That's my pick for the day, down. 2 of the Soudal Quick Step riders, 2 in the middle of the road. Is that Milano?
No, that's
Micah. No, Rafa Micah's down. Sorry. Rafa Micah in that. I'm going to see it again now, Robbie. Oh. I think that was what you saw from the front. We're only just seeing the after effects now, maybe.
No, this is after the hairpin by the looks of things. This has only just happened, but yeah, that was at high speed too. One of the riders from the JCL Team Ukyo as well caught up in that crash. You see Micah jersey ripped, and Alexander Kristoff is that?
Yeah, Kristoff is down. Yep.
So,
Micah,
no de Klan, no Kristoff. There's Micah gone down as well. One of the riders from Soudal Quickstep, from the Ukyo team as well. Here, number 137. That is Yamamoto, who was in the break all day.
It's not good. And also, I think his teammate Marino Kobayashi, the Japanese road race champion, was down too.
All right, well, the race moves on.
Kristoff is out of it.
Yep. 3.5k to go, but Alexander Kristoff doesn't look hurt. It seems as if others who have taken the brunt of that, and a guy like Kristoff just unfortunately been caught up and just tumbled, but doesn't seem to be too much going on physically. Left-hand side, Max Walscheid in the purple for Jaco AlUla. But up through the middle now is Q36.5.
Yeah. Total Energies also fancy a go at this too, by the looks of it. They've got Samuel Leroux, who made the move from Van Rijssel-Roubaix last year. Been with them for years, in actual fact, the 30-year-old, giving an opportunity in a slightly bigger team here to sprint for them. It will be Samuel Leroux, I think they're working for, and he's got a good shot at a finish like this, and a big result with the start of the season. Let us see. Here come Tudor Pro Cycling on the left. They are now without Arvid de Klan, unless something remarkable happens. He gets back in there. This is all going perfectly at the moment, Robbie, for Team Picnic Post NL and Jaco AlUla, I would say, between Groenewegen
so far,
and...
so good.
Yep. Either it's either going to be Van Uden or Jakobsen. Let's see.
I can guarantee you Tim Merlier will be hovering, even if he doesn't have a lead out. He will absolutely be there. Now for Tudor, I suppose it's going to be over to Michael Zeilard, the Dutchman, who would have been the lead out man for Arvid de Klan.
Yeah, that would be interesting, because Zeilard would normally need to go quite long as well, by the looks of it. Now, John Degenkolb takes over at the front for Picnic Post NL.
And I could hear the shouting and the reaction immediately. So the Picnic Post NL team had given the signal to go with everything. You could hear them shouting at each other to go. That's swinging out already with 2 kilometres to go, and this is a long 2k, sweeping corner.
Yeah, that's Degenkolb out there for Picnic Post NL. It is now Niels Eekhoff, the Dutchman, who will go as long and as deep as he can, presumably before handing over to Nicholas Markle, maybe, or it'll be down to Casper Van Uden and Fabio Jakobsen to sort it out between themselves. This is Niels Eekhoff now. So far, the Dutch team have got the run-in dialed in terms of when they've turned up at the front, Robbie, too.
Yeah, well, they've been there for a long time, and I just wonder if they're going to have the resources left. They're well organised, but at 1.5 kilometres to go, there are a host of teams hovering, waiting for an opportunity to just come over the top and with that big ambush attack. But it's a matter of getting through, because another hairpin coming up.
Oof. Final kilometre. We're just coming into the final kilometre. This is Emils Liepins, the Latvian national road race champion, looking for Matteo Moschetti. Moschetti is backing about. He's lost Moschetti, Liepins, and Liepins is going to carry on doing his lead out in front of, well, what appears to be Fabio Jakobsen, who is at the back of the Picnic Post NL train. It does appear, Robbie, that Fabio Jakobsen is going to be their #1 sprinter today.
Yeah, and it looks perfect for Picnic Post-NL, because Emils Liepins is just going for it out of the corner, despite not having his teammate with him. But he might have decided, well, he's close enough, I'll keep it fast, and this will provide him with a good run at the wheels, coming out of the wheels of Picnic Post-NL. 500 to go. They're swinging right.
And we are nearly there. This is going to be the finish of stage 1. We're coming into the barriers right now. This is the front-on shot. Let's see what you got left. Final lead out for Soudal Quick-Step as well. Tim Merlier, look out for the jersey of the European champion. There he is, just off the wheel. Now goes Moschetti on the left-hand side. Merlier now open on the right as well. Watch Merlier. The European champion has got the lead, but Moschetti alongside him on the left-hand side of the screen is going to be Tim Merlier. Milano second. Tim Merlier gets the opening win of the year, his first race of the season, if you don't include the cyclocross, that is. And Tim Merlier off to a winning start. He'll be